All right, welcome to our show. It's Vincent Wong, founder of Solution on Wheels, and of course, Andrew Work, editor-in-chief of Harbour Times.
That's right. Thank you very much for having me on the show. As always, Vincent, Harbour Times, of course, we do local politics, but also where it intersects with diplomacy, and that's where I want to go with today's show.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, we're
talk
gonna
to the audience. This one.
This
Yeah.
camera?
Yeah.
Okay, something that caught our eye last week on Friday.
Yep.
The U.S. Congressional Executive Commission on China is expressed concern over the upcoming trial that starts yesterday. Joshua Wong, Alex Chow, Nathan Law are in the dock. And the Americans have noticed at Harbour Times, we're running a series on what do we mean for each of the presidential hopefuls in the primaries and what that would mean for Hong Kong. Specifically China generally and Asia broadly if they got elected, but Senator Marco Rubio, who's one of the top three contenders for the Republican nomination and among the top three, kind of like the most sane, he has
I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know what to say anymore.
But he has got his signature. He is one of the two top signatories on this expression of concern. He has a personal statement. We widely quoted it on our Twitter last week. It got a lot of attention. The other person on it is Congressman Chris Smith, who uses China as his regular punching bag. We've written about him before on Harbour Times. He was very vocal during Umbrella. But Marco Rubio is the really interesting one, and he specifically calls into question China's commitment to one country, two systems, which is interesting because, we've done two in our series on presidential hopefuls. We've done the Donald Trump, it's on the website. We've done the Bernie Sanders, which is on the website, and neither one of them have ever said anything during Umbrella, during, the recent issues or riots or democratic reform. But we are on Senator Marco Rubio's radar, and he has got very distinctive statements about Hong Kong's future freedom, so I thought that was an interesting one to bring to the table today. The government hit back.
Of course!
Of course, they're not going to take that lion down.
Foreign power!
Yeah. Actually, the response was fairly measured. They had to say something, and I can't criticize the government for this one. They basically said, it's in the courts. We don't mess with the courts. You shouldn't mess with the courts. Nobody should mess with Hong Kong courts because they're independent. And of course, when courts work properly is when people don't mess with them. Fair enough. Fair enough. But I just thought the interesting thing to bring to our viewers' attention was the fact that we are on the radar of people that want to run still the biggest economy in the world.
Interesting.
And who have a very, very big, heavily fortified building just up the hill.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm just pondering.
Yeah.
Why Rubio said this? I mean, does it make any sense in terms of an election?
Yeah. What is
strategy?
How does it help him in terms of election?
Yeah.
Because
I keep pondering a bit.
the vagaries of
it's like right before the Super Tuesday. And today is Tuesday, right? It's right before the Super Tuesday.
Yeah.
So when he do something like that
when he heads south to many southern states,
it must be a strategic move. We are talking about the states, not Hong Kong, not people like randomly saying things.
Yes.
I mean, and we are not talking about Donald Trump, who cannot stop randomly saying things.
Just stuff comes out. There's no plan there.
Even Donald Trump gets better. I mean, it's Rubio we're talking about.
Yeah. So the question is why? I don't think that there's a huge mass of Republican voters in the primaries that are all that up to date on the implications of one country, two system, or maybe they saw Joshua Wong when he was on the cover of Time, but I don't think people are keeping up with that stuff.
My only explanation is that he tries to show to the American voters that
he can stand up to China.
That he can stand up to China. That he has a more global perspective. He can help America to have a better game in terms of diplomacy.
That he's committed to human rights.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that makes more sense because while on the other hand, Donald Trump is saying all those anti-political correctness things, which he can by saying that he's concerned about the other side of the world. Yeah. He can actually distance himself further and make a clearer distinction to the voters between him and Donald Trump. Yeah.
Because one of the things, Donald Trump has been all, I'm going to stand up to China. I'm going to tell China where to stick it, and all this. And so Marco Rubio needs an answer to that. But it's an answer that plays well, I would think, with younger voters to say, here's some young guys, because now he can make it, kind of work it into some of his speeches when he speaks to a younger audience. It shows he's standing up for human rights, which goes with his sunnier, more optimistic message that he's trying to get out there compared to a Cruz or Trump.
At this stage, I think it's too early to say that he tries to show some interest into securing Chinese or American Chinese votes. I think it's still too early to say, but it could be. It could be.
Yeah, I don't know how. I have to admit, I don't know how big a swath they are of the Republican primary voters. But I think the other thing, so there's two things, right? There's always votes, and then there's money.
Yep.
Right. And the Chris Christie announcement over the weekend that brings some more, brings additional momentum to Trump. The question is there any money in it for Rubio? Is there a way for him to energize part of a donor base that would be excited to see him standing up for human rights? And I've met and worked with some of these people from the United States, especially older people, and for them, human rights is a really big issue. And especially even some of the big donors. I mean, they really get excited about this stuff. So I think that plays well for him on that front as well. So I think there's probably not piles, but I think there's a segment of the voter base, especially among committed Christians, that like to see people stand up to China.
All right. Feel free to add your comments below. As we said yesterday, Andrew starts to write down something below, and feel free to leave your comment and share this video and like us in Facebook. And for Harbor Times, they're in LinkedIn, Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere.
You got it. Yeah, let us know. Get on other things. Let us know if you want us to get active on Instagram, because it's something we've been debating in the office.
So we'll see. We have to go back and keep on looking at the Super Tuesday election right now. We'll soon know all the results.
Not today.
Yeah,
it's not today. It's next Tuesday. Oh no, it is today.
It's today. It's today.
So we'll be watching.
We have a very long weekend. That's why you feel it like that. But it's today.
No kidding.
But it's
I can't believe it's March already.
We'll wait for the results. It's the other side of the world.
We
have to wait. We have to wait the earth to turn.
Yes. It's not our bread and butter, but it was interesting to see that Hong Kong hit the radar. So
anyway,
hopefully we'll see if the Americans come up with some great solutions like you, Vincent.
All right, bye.